Dalens, Dragon Age Absolution Netflix series trailer breakdown and analysis. Right off the bat, Tevinter. The close-up and focus on the ring with the twining serpents represents Tevinter. I'm thinking Tevinter lore maybe takes place in Tevinter itself, and perhaps in a past age. Maybe not ancient, but prior to the Dragon Age. As some of you pointed out, it would make sense to visit Tevinter lore to hype up Dragon Age 4, since we're going to Tevinter. And even if it takes place in the Dragon Age, it would be somewhere separate, with separate people. I know the trailer says that new heroes will rise, but I take that to mean characters who are new to us, that have not been encountered in games or mentioned before, so it won't cross over with player choice, but maybe will cross over with past canon for the history. Also, a serpent eating its tail symbolizes infinity, the cycle of birth and death, birth of factions, the rise of magical power, the death of an imperium maybe? Is the red gem red lyrium? It's not what's glowing, but there could be a link. Two snakes represent the sun gods, so here representing the old gods. The port city, I believe, is Cumberland in Navarra, bordering the Menanter River in the Free Marches. This is based on previous art of Cumberland. The port, the roofs, and the mountain behind it would indicate it to be that. Unless it's Ventus, aka Carinus in Tevinter, for which concept art is also similar, but if taking place in the Dragon Age, the Qunari have taken the city, and I see no enemy Qunari in this trailer. Thus, if the heroes come from the Free Marches and discover an ancient Tevinter artifact, that would encompass lore and locations we could visit in Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Cumberland is also where Zazikel, Dragon of Chaos, of the Second Blight, was slain. There is an Andrastian-looking statue in a location that could be the Anderfels, just by the looks of it, which would make sense because the Anders people are devoutly Andrastian. Could this then be Hossberg, with the view coming from the lake? Unless again it's Ventus aka Carinus, because again concept art is similar to both cities. Within it, deep below, what appears to be a dragon head, but a statue of it, or a petrified dragon, an old god, a prison. Hossberg is the location where Garahel slew Onderal, dragon of slaves, ending the fourth blight. If our heroes are searching for tombs or locations where old gods were slain, it is linked to Tevinter, and would encompass important lore for us returning to Tevinter in Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Large doors, perhaps to one of the locations in the Anderfels or in the Free Marches where one of the old gods was slain. On the doors depicted, I see figures praising, perhaps the old gods. Others knelt in supplication, and griffins in the artwork, so I'm guessing this door is in the Anderfels, unless it's Ventus. We see a hero with glowy eyes casting magic, and then the first appearance of the Serpent Ring. There is a being with several eyes, like the Dreadwolf's eyes. If this is in the past, Solas was in Uthanera, but could it be an apparition, linked to an Evanurus, elven magic, or somehow linked to Solas in some way, if taking place in the Dragon Age? Since Dragon Age Dreadwolf is going to be a lot to do with Solas, I think it would be refreshing to have a series that does not have anything to do or much to do with him. Yes, even I, who is obsessed with Solas, would appreciate this not having much to do or anything to do with him. I mean, let's be real. His ego's big enough as it is, right?
So, you found me at last. I suspect you have questions.
Yeah, I have questions. Well, this is Venatori armor. Venatori armor is derived from Tevinter armor. This could still take place in a previous age, but if in the present age, well, it would make sense that the Vince would also be hunting artifacts of old gods and locations related to old gods and would not want anyone else excavating whatever there might be in those locations. So it could be Venatori remnant. It is possible that Absolution takes place in the Dragon Age in between certain stories that take place in Tevinter Nights, hence before the Qunari take over Ventus again. I think the purple in the title logo indicates a link to Dragon Age 4, Dragon Age Dreadwolf, not necessarily to Solas, but to the Tevinter aspect of it, that it relates in some way. It's also the second depiction of the two serpents eating each other's tails, thus an emphasis on Tevinter. However, the being with the purple magic with the Dreadwolfy eyes could also be the link to Dragon Age Dreadwolf because of the purple, be it Solas, an apparition, a guardian of the Fade, or otherwise.
We're in.
And the heroes are trying to get into something either well guarded or a place other people are trying to get into, perhaps Hossberg or Cumberland, unless it's Ventus. If it is in Tevinter, it's not Minrathous. It could be Marothius, in the mountains called the 100 Pillars, which are the border between Tevinter and Antiva. No doubt, however, that this has to do with Tevinter and the Old Gods. If they're searching for something, what existed near Marothius in the 100 Pillars that went missing? Remember my old video about the lost city of Barindur near the 100 Pillars or within it? It was one of the 4 ancient kingdoms of Tevinter, is known to be the source of magical waters that give eternal youth, and there could have even been a wellspring for a titan beneath Barindur, which could have been the source of the magical waters, and was destroyed by the old god Dumat, and then supposedly mysteriously vanished. I'm not saying these heroes are in Barindur or looking for Barindur, but it's just a sense that I get that it could be a possibility. Unless it's what? Ventus. But of course, it could also very well be them searching tombs or locations where old gods were slain. The Venatori, if in the Dragon Age, would want something from there too. And if in a different age, Vince would want it too. The circular snakes represents the circle, the magic, and the schism between Andrastians and Tevinter. We've got general depictions of minor arcana suits, many of these representing aces or the suit of staves. The pattern on the large door is the same as the ace cards from the Dragon Age Inquisition tarot deck. Aces represent changes, gains, and new life. The suit of staves represents magic, the circle, and is very appropriate for Tevinter. There are a few major arcana depictions, like the sun, moon, but I'm not sure how significant they might be. They just represent more of the conscious self and the shadow self, the Andrastian chantry and the Imperial chantry. The music sounds a bit like Trevor Morse, but I don't know if it's him or another composer inspired by Trevor Morse's Dragon Age music. So what more do you get from this trailer? Let me know in the comments below. And as usual, like this video if you like it, subscribe to be Jimmy approved, and I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. If you're new here and you like my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Like it if you like it, for the like it if you like it dance. In the description, you'll find all sorts of funsies. Exclusive merch, books, playlists, and more. You can also follow my website where I post extras from my content here and things from all my channels. Thank you so much for your time. Your continued viewership is very much appreciated. Masaranas.